all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. At your mama crib ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I got tired of complaining, I got up and changed my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milkers. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part. Like them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Thanks, Coach. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious that that'll help them win.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is it? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He'll drop to throw, and he's got the hook up to Landry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They run. It's Gurley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Goff on 1st down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Gurley. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Check, cross. Back. Check 24.
Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're open to getting down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. He's all the way up to the 24-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
I got one. Shift. Ready.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dante Fowler picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now Leonard Fournette. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
They'll set up a throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one goes for 24 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum like that.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 10 Tucson. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Okay, break. Check, 59. All day.
They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 18 Gator. Ready, go. Run.
On the run, it's Fournette. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
Here we go.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to throw. Gone. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They're going to go for it. It's gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, That leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 42-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Goff. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You got nothing. Check 9, check 9. Quick dash. Come.
Now it's gone. That's taken in by Henderson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch the safety creep.
Again, Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And this is caught. He hits Landry. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And Lambo will put this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they didn't change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
The 1st down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Good move by Gurley. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Goff. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader Todd Gurley caps it with his first of the game here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Jags down by 8, and time a huge factor. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. He's back to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll look to throw. Huge first down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette in the final minute as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alert 3. Kelly. Hey, Echo. 2 for 66. Check 3.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it. But bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along